Joining us now to talk about what to pack for those lunches for the upcoming school year is local Red Deer registered dietitian Barb Dolenchuk. So we're talking about lunches. Soon we're going to need to be packing those lunches for our students and our hungry students coming up. We all know it's important to eat healthy, but why is it especially important for children to have these nutritional lunches?
Yeah, well, especially for children and teenagers as well, they need all the nutrition because they're growing and developing. So of course, all the nutrients that they need for that are going to be in the food that they eat. The other thing is, it's hard to learn. It's impossible to learn if you don't have glucose going to your brain. If you're not eating, you're not getting that source of energy or the glucose going to your brain so that you can learn what you're being taught.
And for people who, there's a lot of restrictions now on lunches, peanut-free, garbage-free, that sort of thing. How do you get around those types of ideas when you're packing or, coming up with ideas to pack for lunches?
I think the best way to be eco-friendly is to buy in bulk and then portion things out in smaller throwaways or reusable plastic containers. So that would be instead of buying little portions of yogurt, for example, to buy the bigger tubs and then split them up into containers that the kids can bring home and then you wash and reuse.
And talking about, eating healthy, prep is a big thing that goes in with that. Is prep important when you're talking about packing lunches for students?
For sure, planning and preparation. So if you don't know ahead of time what you're going to be doing, you're probably you're either not going to do it or what you do isn't going to be that healthy.
And, there's lots of picky eaters out there. I remember I had a friend growing up who didn't like bread, so she wouldn't eat sandwiches. How do you get around those picky eaters?
Well, there's several ways, but I think one of the most important things is to involve kids in what you're going to be packing for their lunches. Lots of times they can help you with the assembly and the preparation of the lunch. So if you can get them involved in that, they'll be much more likely to want to eat it.
Right, so getting them involved, showing them that it is fun and making it almost like something they can do with you, an activity.
Well, and at the same time then, they're learning how to do that for themselves.
And you have an example of an easy recipe that you can make for those picky eaters.
That's right, and this would be an alternative to a sandwich. So here I was going to demonstrate a cheese vegetable hummus wrap.
Perfect.
That kids can help to get together with you. Another thing is, if you do the preparation, the planning and the preparation at dinner the night before, you're not scrambling the next morning to get everything ready, right? Mm-hmm. So this is something that can be put together ahead of time, put in the fridge, and have it ready to go.
And everyone would rather have that time in the morning to sleep or do their own thing than have to make a lunch.
That's right. So what I've done is spread some hummus on a whole grain wrap. And now I'm just adding some lettuce, lettuce, cucumbers, peppers, and tomatoes.
Definitely colorful.
Definitely colorful, so lots of nutrition there. And then you can just fold the ends.
Perfect.
And you can add more or less depending on how hungry of a child you're going to be feeding. Wrap it up in saran wrap and you're good to go.
Easy peasy. Well, we'll have more recipes for those children who are always hungry, as well as those children who, are bored with the same thing a little bit later on in the show. You won't want to miss it.